So now we're back to the 5th episode of Imaginary Only. We have a lot of ground to cover, as well as we'll try to speedrun the story, as well as do some side content. We still only have 3 characters, since Yukong doesn't seem to exist. Unless we do a part of the Forgotten Hall that rewards her anyway. Which won't be until we reach Space China. There's still no banners that have her on rate up though. And she isn't sold in the shop, so for whatever reason, they really hate Yukong. So first what we do is that we change the support to show that who we have currently, which, surprise, it's only 3 characters. It hasn't changed since the last episode.
I don't think previous viewers needed to be told that.
Well, I told them anyway. So then we go over more puzzles, more chests, and more formidable foes, all of which are kind of pushovers for us right now, which is rather unfortunate. But hopefully I won't waste anyone's time, and this will be like a 15-minute video at best.
Stop that.
Then we go back to the shop and buy all the relics that we can get from this guy, since we can equip them now, as well as Jade's experience and relic XP. When we get the next missions done and get another relic set, which may prove useful later. Or, worst comes to worst, it's used as more relic fodder. To which then we go talk to the robots, before fighting Mr. Svarog. Now, let's see if I can remember the answers. Oh yeah, it's Dr. Dig.
No, it's not.
Damn it, I always pick Dr. Dig.
Well, stop picking it as an answer then, because it's wrong.
Alright, next question. Wait, I know this one. This one I always get right. It's Logic Control Hub.
Why do you get this one correct, but the other one wrong?
I don't know. Computer, chips, silica, I guess.
Well, as vague and haphazard of an answer as that was, color me impressed. I'm still perplexed, though.
So, now we fight Svarog. You'll see a pattern in a lot of these that I had to cut down because these fights took forever. I could upload a separate video just going over the fights themselves, but despite how long they are, they also aren't really very entertaining or very clutch. Aventurine is carrying us hard at this point.
Ahem.
Yes, I know, Professor. You're also doing great damage too. But I mean, Aventurine just makes us never take damage, even when he's caught by the hand. I mean, granted, this is just story Svarog. We'll see what he looks like in Simulated Universe, yeah?
Yeah, no. I've no doubts in my mind that World 4 is not going to be this easy. Not unless we get lucky.
Well, you know what they say, Professor. 50% of the time, it works 100% of the time, right?
That is not how that works.
Works for me, Doctor.
You stay out of this.
Anyway, after we fight Svarog, we then have unlocked the trial of
Equilibrium.
You are not going to do this every single time, are you?
maybe.
Please don't.
I'll consider it. We do the trial real quick to raise our
Equilibrium.
Ugh.
which then unlocks more events for us. It also unlocks at least the first part of the Forgotten Hall. We'll need to progress through the last vestiges of Tower Citadel if we want to make it to the Memory of Chaos on this account. Remember, we're trying to complete as much of the content as we can, and that includes things like this, Swarm Disaster, and Golden Gears and Pure Fiction. Let's go ahead and do the first fight. The thing that I was most unsure about, though, is whether or not we can nail it down the set amount of turns that we need. We need to make sure we get it down with at least 14 turns left. I wasn't confident about the pace of this fight, but sure enough, we were able to finish within just the allotted time. I think I will come back later here though, with better relics for this, or maybe leveled a bit more. Speaking of levels though, it's time to do a montage of them. After that, we continue on with the main story, narrowly dodging a lightning bolt to then attack the Guardian Shadow, which then turned out to be no big deal again. These fights are getting kind of ridiculous as far as ease goes.
Don't get too cocky.
Oh, don't worry, I won't. We then go up against normal Cocolia, who then also goes down very quickly.
Oh, shit.
No. I'm not doing this.
Come on, Professor. I'm so proud of this. A commenter said you were a Sigma.
Don't ever call me that again, or I'm leaving.
Okay, I'll be good. We're now up against Super Cocolia. Ice Cocolia, maybe? I don't know. Either way, this was a long fight. I was forced to level up and use Trailblazer for obvious reasons. But I didn't use anything else except for her basic attack. Except when it was prompted to taunt. I also only smacked her once with the mech hand as it was prompted. I don't know of any other way to bypass that, as they are tutorials, but it is what it is. We finally beat Cocolia to come across a new surprise. The Ron May chapter has been unlocked. Yeah, I didn't know it unlocked after Cocolia. I honestly thought it unlocked at the Leofo ship. But either way, this means we can start farming the bug claws for both Professor's and Aventurine's traces. Assuming we can even beat the bug anyway. So let's go do that and see how much difficulty we'll actually have. I remember when it first came out, it was a pain. Luckily I had heard a somewhat build, and when I got the good synergy, I was able to beat it. Oh hey look, Professor. It's you.
Yes. Try not to drool too much. It's unflattering to say the least.
You know, every time I see you messing around with chess pieces.
You mean playing chess?
Yeah, I think of that one guy from Balan Wonderworld.
You're big.
God, I hate it when I lose in chess once.
He lost one game, so...
Lost
now you-
one game and dies, dude.
Minus 10 points.
You don't have to get defensive.
Don't make me take off 20.
Alright. Jeez. So now we're up against the bug. You think I'm going to struggle against it? How long do you think I'll be here? Well, sorry to disappoint you, but the bug went down easy. Which is good news for our traces to be leveled, but rather disappointing for the fact that this episode, by and large, was really smooth sailing. I'm debating pacing these runs for until I come across something genuinely difficult, which will probably be the deer boss. Or if I start really getting into Simulated Universe proper with Swarm Disaster, and see how far I can go with only 3 characters. With the 2.3 update, apparently those who haven't accessed Pinacona yet, as long as they have access to the Preservation Path, get access to the Harmony Trailblazer early. Massive stonks!
Stocks, you mean?
For Imaginary only, as not only I have finally a 4th member soon, but I won't have to suffer through the Aventurine fight and his 40% imaginary resistance.
Well, yes, you would. That's still part of the story. You'll just have more help now.
Oh yes, and the Divergent universe looks pretty nice too. Maybe the next episode will be about that. Still gonna unlock Yukong, but I'm no longer crippled by a 3-man party until I get her.
Were you really that crippled?
I mean, it'll eventually be hard. So that's it for this episode then. Relatively uneventful. But I have some big plans for the next batch. As far as going through the Divergent universe should be a treat in itself. Not to mention early Harmony Trailblazer, so that's nice. Either way, this series is still ongoing, albeit slower, in favor of more memes and general content. Especially since I'm getting better at MMD. So anyway, like, comment, subscribe, or don't. I'll put out another video probably sometime after patch 2.3.
Aside from you calling me a Sigma, this was decent. Not your best work, but you were improving.